Hola, hola, hola. All righty. Let's see who is here. Hola, but turn my phone down. Bienvenidos a todos. Bienvenidos a todos. Let's give everyone a couple minutes to get in here. Make sure I am situating this in a way. Let's see. Let's see who all is here. Scarred Beauty, I'm starting from the top. Karma Nonchalant. Sun Ray Physique. Well, hello. Thank you for being here for the first time. Hey, Donna. Hey, Sarah, Renaissance Woman. Journey with Karen. Hey, boo, Journey with Karen. Don't forget to send me a text message. Send me a text so that we can, schedule and talk. Let's see who else is here. Mystery 333, Isis, Nunu's Juju. Hey. Don't come talking about you got some smoke for me, Donna. I am still in the process of moving. We finally moved into our apartment this weekend. So we're in flux. Mr. Hoodoo is out of town right now for work. Miss you too, boo. I have some great things lined up for the week of October 9th because Mr. Hoodoo will be gone for work the entire week. So we gonna have these cards out. We may get a little messy that week. It's coming up. Tequila, hey boo, hey Nyla boo. Carib Cinnamon, hey. Shanice H, okay. So, okay. Scar Beauty, let me tell y'all, Scar Beauty is with the shits. And forgive me, I am trying to position this laptop. Okay, so today we are reading on Miss Princella Clark. Is it Miss Princella Clark or Mrs.? Is she still married? I don't know. The only one who really knows is Miss Princella Clark. So we're going to see. We are going to see what Spirit has, and we're going to be answering questions one by one. And if any of you all see any bonobos in the chat, block them. Block them. Because my native Mars in Aries says block. BLOCKT. Block any bonobo that come in here. Okay. But yeah, I know we have our thoughts about Princella Clark. We're going to see what Spirit actually has to say. Don't mind me. I'm putting on my spiritual anointing oil, rubbing it in my hands real good. I'm going to take a sip of water. So we're going to start with these questions, and we're going to see what Spirit says. So let me start with the shuffling. I mean, she, Scar Beauty, Queen of the Bonobos. I mean, she is using the bonobo studies, to further her message. So she's the queen maker of bonobos. I mean, that was research that she chose. We didn't choose that for her. So hey, Kev. All right. Who wants to be the bearer of the first question? Because yes, Kev, as long as it's related to Princella Clark, her movement, it's all fair game. We are not going to get off topic. That means you, Donna. I love you, boo. But let's make sure we stay focused on the topic, okay? And make sure everyone likes the video as you come in, right? Like the video. If you are new here, please consider subscribing because I am not a reader that blows smoke up anyone's ass. I read what I see. I do not lie, okay? And I have not been doing this long, almost 10 years. There are plenty of readers who have been reading for 30 years or more. Most people who've had a reading with me know I'm not telling them a lie when I'm, giving them a reading. So consider subscribing to this channel. Trust me, I'm fun. Okay. Donna's question. Is she really into women? Okay. So that's going to be the first question. Is she really into women? Let's see. Is she really into women? Let us see. Oh, Lord. Is she really into women? What I'm looking at saying that she's more bisexual than just into women. What I'm seeing is that she's very much bisexual and not solely into women. There is something or part of her that has been, I guess, struggling with it. I don't know if it was most of her life or from when she was younger. I feel like it was mentally, right? Because like I'm 40, right? We're in an age now with which, it's definitely more open, more accepted for people to say, yes, I'm a lesbian, yes, I'm gay, yes, I'm bisexual, as opposed to, 20, 30 years ago, right? I feel like she, from her childhood, was into it, knew that she was bisexual or had some inkling, but she couldn't act on it, right? Because of the stigma that goes with it, right? Because of the stigma that goes with it. So she didn't really act on it. And now we have the messages of mixing and balancing, right? Now, still liking man, still here with the man, but this is definitely a path for her that she's been on for a little while. Is just really, really coming out now. She's not truly walking away from enjoying men, right? She's not truly walking away. There's definitely that emotional component there, but there is the emotional component and then there's the mental component of, as far as like the interpersonal relationships between men and between women, right? Because according to her, she has had her issues with Dusties, right? But with that issue, with that mental pain, that suffering, it has really caused her to branch out into and see and try something else. So is she really into women? Yeah, but she's into men too. She is, from what this is saying, she's bisexual. So okay. So that's that. Let's look into the next question. This is the next question. And give me some time before you all, put your questions in there, because I do have to take time to read and explain what I'm seeing. Right. So the next question is, what are her true intentions? This is Mystery 333 question. What are her true intentions? So let's see. Spirit, what are her true intentions? Thank you, Sunray Physique, for subscribing and binging on videos. I don't pump out 5 million, videos, and I don't do all that. I just do what is spiritually necessary, usually as the energy changes. So that's what I do. All right. Mystery 333 asks, what are her true intentions? So let's see. Sorry, move that phone cord over out the way. Okay. So for her, I'm just going to explain it as I see it. There is a thought process by her to, I don't want to say take down patriarchy, right? But there's a thought process by her that is rebelling against patriarchy, against the negative things that patriarchy brings to women. So that is there for her, right? That is a true part of that for her. She wants to create community, right? But her community that she is creating isn't necessarily community for the betterment of women, right? That's what she says. That's not the true intention. The community that she wants to create is a community of, I don't want to say pleasure, but it's more like leisure. And part of this community is going to support her lifestyle. She feels as if it's time for her to be seen, right? Because she hasn't been visible for a lot of her life. It is time for her to be seen, right? So she is taking the mental anguish, all the things, all the ways that she has suffered, right? And I'm not going to invalidate her feelings, but all the ways that she has suffered, in past relationships, in her dealings and interpersonal relationships with men, heterosexual, whatever the man is, however she was involved, she's taking that, it's fueling her to try and take down whatever she can of patriarchy. Like, this is Odin right here. Odin, is a father figure. Odin is, if you know your Norse mythology, Odin, right? So she definitely does want to take that down. All this pain, all this sorrow, all this, financial heartache, from her past relationships and dealings with men, she is attacking that. She is attacking that. I get it, right? The thing about it is that this community that she wants to create, this is not going to be a stable community. This community that she wants to create is, of women, it's not going to be stable. This is not going to be a stable community. Everybody is not going to work together. This community is being created too fast, right? And the focus is on monetary gain as well as more of leisure and pleasure. There is no taking down the hierarchy or trying to build a better world for women. That's not here. That's not here. It's really to attack and fight patriarchy. And this is the way she feels that she's doing it because of her past interactions with men. Get in the bag too. I'm not mad at getting a bag. Just listen. There are ways to get a bag that does not include just making up shit. Right. But this community is not sincere. It's growing, it's moving fast, it's not sincere, but it's being led by emotion. It's not on a stable foundation of anything. So that is her true intentions. That is your answer, Miss 3333. So, okay. So the next question is, why are the bonobos so crazy over Princella? Let's see. Let's see. Now let me switch over so I can read some of these comments while I shuffle. Yeah, exactly, Nyla. The community is to serve her. Exactly, Spirals. Get a bag, but don't exploit people. All right, so switch back over to StreamYard so I can look. Okay, why are the bonobos so crazy over Priscilla? Let's see. This may answer multiple questions. I see some other questions here. Get a sip of water. Okay. Okay, and here we are. This is the card I was looking for. Okay. Why are the bonobos so crazy over Princella? The bonobos are so crazy over Princella because energetically they feel as if coming together under her, they're going to put action to their pain, right? Many of them have not felt supported, financially supported, in the realm of all the ways that women and wives and girlfriends should be supported as it pertains to men and male nature, right? They feel like they're coming together. They feel like she is the leader, right? She is the fearless leader, and they're coming together to try and fight. They're so crazy over her because to them she is, and it's funny how these cards are grouped together. And this is a card that came up with the first question regarding Princella. So I'm just going to say this is Princella, right? These here, right? Looking at them, and these are two majors right here, right? She is she is new hope for them. She is new hope for these women, right? Again, they're coming together community-wise. This is for the women. This is not speaking about Princella. They're coming together community-wise, bonding, trauma bonding. This is a trauma bond. Unfortunately, everything they're doing is not going to change any type of structure as it pertains to patriarchy, right? It's not going to change it because they are trauma bonding. They have literally traded one focus for another. But the focus is it's emotional turmoil and pain, but it's not focus that is built on action. There is no action here. They are trauma bonding. This is a continuation of trauma bonding, and none of this is going to attack, destroy, dismantle all that they feel is wrong with the world, speaking specifically about patriarchy. This is a trauma bond, okay? This is a trauma bond. They have moved from focusing on one thing to focusing on something. That's all this is. This is a trauma bond. They feel like she's the next hope. She's the next hope. She's the woman that's going to lead them. This is what this is. Princella does have some of, those energetics of, she was hurt by men. She wants to, blase, blase, blase. These women are just like, yes, yes, because so many women they've been trauma bonding, right? Trauma bonding for so long. It's just like anyone who says anything that they can relate to something that happened to them, they cling on to that. They want so much for a change to this system. They're literally going to follow it anywhere. But unfortunately, this trauma bonding, this is not going to change anything. It's not. It's not going to change anything. Okay, yeah, but she is the next quote unquote hope for them. She's the next hope for them. But so that is answering that question. So let's see. Okay. This my girl right here. So let me put these in reshuffle. Let me come read the comments as I reshuffle for this question. Okay. Not Black Magic saying the great Bonobo hope. Yeah, I mean, but that is, not Mother Bonobo. Hey sis, Miss Anonymous. Miss Anonymous girl. Not Mother Bonobo. I can't with y'all. I can't read these comments. Let me go back. Okay. She asked, will her followers ever pick up what she's truly putting down, as in will they will they realize that she's doing this for herself and no one else? Let's see. Let's see. I don't normally read jumpers, but I'm gonna read that one today. I feel like I need one more shuffle. Make sure you are sharing this video, like this video, share this video. And please get the likes up. Like this video. I'm literally here working hard. I just finished my ballet workout. I have not eaten yet. And I'm here draining myself reading for y'all. Please get these likes up. Because I'm not just flipping cards. I'm literally tapped in right now. Okay. Will her followers ever really pick up what she's putting down? As in when they realize this community right here. This is community. Okay, so I know I got a lot of stuff sitting right here. Will they ever see what's really going on? I think some of them will. Some of them will. Most of them won't. Some of them will. Most of them won't. Again, what many are not seeing is that this will not be successful. This will not be successful. They are treating her like this, uplifting her. In reality, the energetics of it, it's the movement ain't gonna move. The movement ain't gonna move, right? Emotionally, like I said, here they are again, emotionally and community. So we're seeing all these threes, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. We have this Three of Cups. This is community right here. This is speaking about community. This community doesn't see what's really going on. I feel like a couple of them will, but overall, no, they won't see it. They are unbalanced, right? I'm just speaking of her community as a whole. They are unbalanced. They are not grounded in reality. And they're still not seeing, here we go again, it's Five of Wands. They're still not seeing this. This is not going to be the action that's going to get them anywhere. This is not going to be the action anywhere that's going to get them anywhere. Remember I said this is the structure, this is the patriarchy they're trying to take down. This was the jumper card. I normally don't read jumpers, but here we are again. This patriarchy, this established, they're not taking it down. This was at the top of these. They're not taking anything down. They're not taking anything down. Most of them are unbalanced, right? This community is, no. I feel like some of them will, most of them won't, because at the end of the day, here we are again. And this is a major, major, major card here. You have to assess. And I know that her community is saying that they are assessing things, but they are assessing things on an overall scale, pointing at other people and not assessing themselves individually. Because make no mistake about it, for most of the time, most cases, you can see red flags about things and situations they don't want to see, and they don't want to see the different parts that they have played in some of the things that have and I'm not victim blaming. I don't want anyone to say I'm victim blaming. What I'm saying is, if you see the red flag, you're supposed to pull on the thread and see what's happening. For example, and I don't know all of her case. I don't know everything that she went through. But according to Princella, her man, her husband, whoever it was, got her out of $40,000. Now, if you are someone who is discerning, you have the answers now. You discern. What happened to that discernment then? What happened to that discernment then? So all of a sudden, now you have discernment. Now you have discernment. So what is the difference between your discernment then and now? Are you really seeing what the hell is going on? Because when I had a boyfriend before my husband, and I saw like, okay, he's really not giving me what I need. I mean, I pretty much knew it was over with. My boyfriend in college before my husband. Okay, I saw that relationship going down the drain. He wasn't giving me what I need. I left him. I saw the flags. I saw the writings. I made the decisions that bettered myself. There are a lot of people who, and it's coming back to this theme of don't want to take accountability for some of the things that they do. This is a lot of that community. Again, like we just saw, shifting from one thing to another, and accountability is not focused. They feel that accountability is just the blame, and now it's, the theme of lesbianism and whatever like that. That's not going to fix it, and that's not going to take down the patriarchy. So that is the answer to that question there. Make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let me start reshuffling these cards. You know what? And I do not have any type of banner up. So let me put up a banner real quick. Okay, let me go back. Okay. So the next question is Kevin's question. He says, Q, why do women keep supporting other women who are against socio-political? Kevin, don't come with logical questions, okay? Everybody ain't ready for logical questions. Okay. Q, why do women keep supporting other women who are against socio-political or even relationship interests, like Princella or certain women who claim BW? Yeah. It's Libra season, y'all. It's Libra season. Shout out to Libras and their mercurial aspects coming with logic. Shout out to Libras. Let's see. Here we go again. And I want you all to kind of see and understand or start thinking about the themes, the reoccurring things every time I'm shuffling these cards, and some of the same cards keep coming up, because these are going to be like the overarching, energies surrounding Princella and, this whole community and everything like that she's building. So okay. Okay, so the reason why, Kevin, is because they feel like their actions are going to, by rejecting, intellect and logic, And supporting women, answering your question, is to get next to penis. Is to get next to penis. They feel as if there is no, they feel as if there is no connection between interest in a relationship and how that relationship can or is supposed to better you and take you to a different level, another level, right? They don't see that. They don't see that because, and this is specifically, I kind of feel like this is specifically for Black women, because other groups of women understand that as a, they understand that what's being called a gold digger gets them places, gets them things. Yes, your partnership is supposed to have some type of standing because whether people like it or not, this is the world that we live in. People do it on YouTube all the time. They will call out someone for their little 100 followers up against someone who has 20,000 followers. That is currency. That is social currency, right? It's the same thing. A lot of people are too dumb to see and realize. So these women keep supporting other women who are against this and relationship interests because they think it's going to get them penis. They think it's going to give them penis. They are not in their true divine feminine. That part of divine femininity within them is corrupted. It's defective, right? Because there's nothing wrong with love. But baby, saying all that while you living in a cardboard box, what is the point, right? They're corrupted. That part of them is corrupted, right? Doing it for penis, walking away from things that will fulfill them for penis because they think they have to do this to appease the penis, right? When in reality, any man who's a real man, and I can only speak from a heterosexual standpoint, any man who is a real man is not going to sit around and have some woman taking care of them or isn't trying to elevate or isn't trying to do better. He's going to do better. He's going to do more for his family. He's going to take care of his family. He's going to take care of his children. He's going to do all of those things. He is going to seek more and better for himself, for his wife. But they're doing this in this, I don't know what the dusty phase is. I don't know when it came about. I can't relate. But they're doing this against their own best interests. So that's why they keep supporting. That's why they keep supporting it. It's actually quite sad. It's actually quite sad. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually quite sad. Here we go again with the bonding, trying to bond like this. It's not a good thing at all. Trying to bond like this. They don't understand the significance, the depth, they don't understand the path that they're on and why starting out like this and doing this isn't the best thing for them. This is for the women who do that. They do not understand how they are telling energetically the universe that they like certain things, even though they say they want something else. Energetically, you're saying that what you want and how you act are two different things, right? You can say you want something all you want. Going against your best interest is dumb. You're telling the universe you like that shit. That's the path that they on. That's the path that they on. So. Hi, China White. Said Lila sent me here. I'm just reading some of the comments while I reshuffle. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin. For the end of the day, for those who are not sound in their thinking, it's about sex. It's about sex. Who are not sound in their thinking, who are not thinking about, listen. So, yes, it is Libra season. I was thinking of you, Kevin. My stepmom is a Libra. Her birthday is next week. Yeah. So, okay, let me get to this question. Kevin coming with the questions. Q, when are Black women going to address that muling and mammyism are beyond simply Black men, but rather it finds ways to listen? When are they going to recognize that and address it? Let's see. I have my own thoughts about it, but let's see. Ooh, child. When are they going to address? When are they going to address that? Probably, I mean, logically speaking, from my mind, probably never. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Let me see what Spirit has to say. Let me flip these cards over. Sure. Let me try and come down a little bit more so you all can see. Oh dear. Okay. This right here just exhausted me. Once again, let's look at the patriarchy again. The patriarchy is here. When are they going to? They won't. The women who think like this, the women who, the mules, the mammies, they won't. They won't address it. They won't address it because mentally they're still focusing. Either way you flip it, right? The transformation in thought right here, the way that thoughts move, right? The way that thinking is you're supposed to think, you're supposed to grow, you're supposed to change. These thought processes right here, either way they go, they're looking at a man here, because this is the emperor. They're looking at a man here. This is the magician. They're looking at a man here. Either way, if this card was this way or if it was this way, either way it goes, they're looking at men. No, they won't. They won't, because subconsciously, like in their minds, they're saying they don't have a choice. In reality, they do. But deep, deep, deep ingrained is it's levels to, what's the word I'm looking for? There are levels of being in a prison, right? Mentally, a lot of these people are in a prison. Mentally, a lot of these women are stuck, right? They're stuck in prison, in this mental prison. The Queen of Swords here wants them to think logically about things. Because everyone knows that a woman that has intellect, that is smart, that is on her toes, you can't fuck with her. She's gonna be on game. She's a very formidable foe. They're not even tapping into intellect, because mentally there's levels to this mental prison that they are in, and every one of them is on a different level. But the prison still revolves itself around mamming and perceiving to do all of this for penis. Because like I said, if we're looking here, these are two male cards here. This woman right here, either way she goes, she's going to be looking at a man. And that's representative of their mental state, right? You have a man here, man here, man here, right? Like they're literally, that's for a lot of these women, mentally in their mind, they're imprisoned and focused on men. So that the logic escapes them. Whether it's mewling, whether it's men, the logic escapes them. Okay, it escapes them. They just can't. You know, like when you hear the phrase "you can't think your way out of a paper bag." Listen, that's some of these women. That is some of these women that they can't think themselves out of a paper bag, and it's sad, but it just is what it is. So it just is what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's sad, and for those of you who don't know, I did do a reading on the state of BWE and why do women, especially Black women, do the mammying, doing the mewling. It was one of my live streams either earlier this year or last year. Please go back and read and watch those videos because I did address a lot of that before, you know, with Spirit when we were asking questions during those live streams. The state of BWE and the women, especially Black women, mammying and mewling and doing all this stuff for men they say that they don't want and don't like, right? So I did do live reads on those. When you have a moment, go back and look through them. All right, let's see what the next question is. Yeah. Okay, Mystery 333. I answered that question. Okay, next question is from Karen. How will her daughter be affected by the messages she spreads? Let me see if I can put the chat in slow mode. Hold on one second. Put the chat. Let's see if I can do that. I'm sure I can. I just really don't know how. But it's fine. I can read back through it. Let me stay with I gotta stay with the energetic train of thought. I have to stay with it because I feel like I'm really connected. Okay. How will her daughter be affected by the messages she spreads? How will her daughter be affected by the messages she spreads? And guys, I'm gonna read until like I'm tired from reading, until I'm spiritually tired. So that's how long I'm gonna read. I don't know how long that's gonna be for. I still feel fine right now. So how will her daughter be affected? Let's see. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so just from looking at this, her daughter is going to, I mean, I don't know how old her daughter is now. It seems as if her daughter is a young girl. But from what I'm seeing right now, her daughter is going to have to learn to, or she's going to be wrestling with how she views men, right? How she views men and male nature overall. There's going to be some issue there with that that she may have to wrestle with. I feel as if, just looking at this, I feel as if also energetically her daughter is going to be, I don't want to say confused, but her daughter may have issues with understanding healthy interactions, right? What's healthy and good for her. She may have some issues with that. I feel as if eventually her daughter is going to move to make up her own mind about things, but I feel like it's going to be a while before she's able to truly do that. It's going to be a while. It won't be a quick thing, right? So that's, from what I'm seeing, that's how her daughter is going to be affected by it. So yeah, that was a good question, Journey with Karen. Playback game. Hey, Fuzzy Spirals. Wu said it says it's a cult. Yeah, her daughter's going to, yeah. 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 So, yeah, definitely acting out of hurt. Yep, communities to serve her. Okay, this question here. Okay, but before I answer Donna's question, Wu said it. I kind of answered that before. The women that are drawn to her are women who want to trauma bond, and the women who are drawn to her are trauma bonding with her and feeling as if she is their next savior and trying to take down the patriarchy. So that was how that question, someone asked the question earlier, but in a different way. So, well, let's get to this question right here. What's up with her serenading and all her antics on TikTok? Let's see. Here we go again. Here we go again. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Now, I want you all to kind of see some of the cards that keep reappearing, right? As we talk about certain things with regard to Princella. Here we have again this whole maleness here. Here we have again these balance type issues. We have mental stress and stuff like this here. So I just want you all to understand the overall energetics as we're looking through these cards. So let me get a sip of water. Okay, so what's up with her serenading all her antics on TikTok? Baby, this is the money bag. She has to serve her ego. She has to serve her ego. That's plain and simple was that. Serving her ego, right? Serving her ego and still using it. She's serenading, remember, all these people who are unbalanced. They're not grounded. And she is, it's furthering her message, right? It's furthering her message, but just in a different way. She's using the energetics of music. But yeah, mainly to run up the TikTok bag or whatever bag is over there. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. And again, part of her thought process or want to try and take down patriarchy or whatever. Yeah, I feel as if we're understanding how cards fall in a suit, right? This is where she is now. She's doing everything she can. She feel like she has to defend her message or whatnot. After this is the Eight of Wands. Then we have the Nine of Wands. Then we have the Ten of Wands, which, comes the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands. That is the destruction by action. So the path that she's on, right? Just overall with regard to the situation, the path that she's on is not leading to a place that's good. But why is she doing all this on TikTok? Bag and emotionally connecting with many of these unstable women. Yeah, that's all that is. Not typical pearl quack. Okay, so yes, some of these women are so damaged they will cling to anyone who will feed their bit. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're seeing that when you know that people are ungrounded, they're unhinged, you can reach them emotionally, right? Because everything, like when people advertise, it's about how whatever it is they're selling, the product or service can make you feel. How will it reach you? So if you understand advertising and psychology, how things will make you feel, how you will be better if you do X, Y, and Z, or if you receive X, Y, and Z. It plays on emotions, right? It's not necessarily about logic, but their emotions run so much. Emotions are innate with us, right? So feeding into that. You are bonding emotionally with this negativity. So, okay, how long will this bonobo effect last? How long will this bonobo effect last? Let's see. Let's see if I can pull something out. And whoever said the bonobo effect, Wu said it. I love you. Bonobo effect. Even though it's really kind of getting started, I kind of feel like energetically it's on the downturn. Now, what does that mean? Energetically, it's kind of on the downturn, even though, we're seeing videos and they got their cult leader and everything like that. Because remember, everything that goes up must come down, right? It just is what it is. It's the nature of the universe, right? But I feel like we still have another good year of this. I feel like we have another good year of this foolishness. Now, it may start to wane or, differences, because I remember, Nyla showing me that one video where she was talking about, oh, the titties and suck the titties and everything. Like, I remember Nyla showing me that video a while, like that was months ago. Nyla showed me that. And she and I had a, energetic discussion about it. But I feel like, we're seeing a lot of it now, the bonobo effect. I feel like we still have at least another good year for this. I kind of feel as if, another, and this right here is giving me energetic tension because I'm pulling at my earrings right now. I feel like I feel like she's at the height of it, but because she's super, super popular now, I feel like she's at the height of it, but I feel like there's going to be a little bit of time before it starts to wane and a new queen of something will pop up. I kind of feel like she's at the height of it right now. But yeah, I'm still saying it's going to be another 6 months to a year at least before this starts to kind of fall apart, or at least go underground and out of the mainstream. So, yeah. Okay. Is the reason why she's so sexual because there's a huge underground of secretly bisexual women. Okay, let's look at this question. Well, y'all have some good questions. Let me see. How long have I been up here? Okay, almost an hour. Okay. I'm still feeling good energetically, so I'm going to keep reading while I still feel connected to it. Okay, let's see. Is the reason why what is this name? You see this, right? Here we go again. Okay. Well, I keep saying the same themes. No, that's not why. That's not why, Donna. The reason is because they feel like this is just a continuation of Black women's empowerment and taking down the patriarchy. That's what that is, and they feel like this is going to bring them some type of healing following. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with underground bisexual, because women were doing all that before, but you have to understand that for most people need a leader, right? Most people need some type of leader or such and such. They can't do it themselves. They need someone to follow, to bond with. This has nothing to do with so many bisexual women who out here, saying they hetero. It has nothing to do with that. This is about they feeling they're coming together because now this has turned into instead of recognizing, because it was divestment, then it was white men are better, then it was, all the other antics and mammy and this, and it's just transformed into each one of those movements became toxic and became what, the opposite of what they really were. The constant is not accepting the accountability and doing better. It's just shifting the blame game. Now this is the newest leader who will hopefully lead them to some sort of salvation. It's just a trauma bond. It's just the newest trauma bond. Right? It's just the newest trauma bond. That's all it is. It's the newest trauma bond. They still thinking this. Okay, now because we're gonna be bonobos and the bonobos and the community and this, that, and the third. Okay, now we're gonna take down all the evil people who no. That's all it is. Okay, this question. Does she have a low opinion about women? Let's see. Let me put these in and then let's start shuffling. Let me see. Let me stop and have a quick snack. A couple of walnuts. I still have to go do a couple miles on the treadmill. Okay, so let's see this question. Does she have a low opinion about women? Ooh, interesting. One more good shuffle. Let's see. Low opinion about women. Talk to me. I fucking knew it. I knew that was going to come out. I knew it. Okay. I don't want to say she has a low opinion about women. I would say that she understands women and how many women, I don't want to say are dumb. She knows how to manipulate women. She knows how to manipulate. She knows how to manipulate, right? Because of this, now she is, you see where she is. Because she understands, right? So this isn't, because I don't know if any of you have ever looked at her Twitter. I kind of did. I think it was yesterday or the other day. So seeing certain things, right? And seeing the transformation come, this isn't necessarily new. This isn't necessarily new. But I think that her main aim is one of her main aims is financial freedom. And she's working towards that. And I don't want to necessarily say like I don't want to necessarily say that she came out with the purpose of building a cult or a cult following. I feel that she understands women and understands the messages. It's kind of like she's in the right place at the right time. This wasn't going to work in the 80s. This wasn't going to work 10 years ago. The climate that we're in the past 3 to 5 years, right? About, with certain things. She's in the right place at the right time. She understands the nature. So she understands how to create, formulate, and do things. She's in the right place at the right time. Does she have a low opinion of women? Not really. But she know that she ain't finna get no bag over on some men. She ain't finna hit the men over the head with it. She knows, because we all know that women are the ones who are the mass followers. Now we see something completely different on social media, but she understands that she can get more with these men do this, these men do that, such and such, follow me. And she understands that she's in the right place at the right time for this. Low opinion of women, not necessarily. She just knows that a lot of women are easy mentally. It just is what it is. A lot of women are easy mentally. So, okay. Oh, Nyla has a good question. Exactly, Wu said it. No action. All they do is talk about men. They claim they don't want all day. Right. That's why I said, like the reading that I did on my channel, these women are out here doing things for the men they say they don't want anyway. If you don't want no man, or why are you talking about them? Because you can take a message and say, hey ladies, let's do this to get ourselves together. That has no mention of males, men, what they do, take care of us. Let's get a community together of educators. Let's get a community together of this. Let's get a community together of women who can help take care of children while you go to work. It's so many things that people can do, but no, it's about this. Okay, is she working behind the scenes with the manosphere? Something smells good. I wouldn't necessarily say that she's working behind the scenes with the manosphere. I feel like she'll work with whoever it is to get money. Wherever she goes, she's defending this, right? Wherever she goes, she's defending this. Wherever she goes, she's getting her money, her bag, or whatever, right? She's defending this. But I feel like wherever it's taking her, it's wherever it's taking her. She getting the bag. She gonna go wherever it is, wherever it's established to get the bag. Secretly working with the manosphere? No, I don't see that. It's just defending her message and getting the bag at the same time. Okay, so Nyla, shout out to Nyla, says, Nyla asks, is her agenda primarily sexuality? Let us see. I'm going to put this other card back in. Let me just shuffle real quick. Is her agenda primarily sexuality? Is her agenda primarily sexuality? Let's see. There is a sexual component to her agenda. There is a sexual component to her agenda. Her agenda is more along the lines of finesse. Because again, remember, there's the trying to take down the patriarchy. There's we don't need to deal with men's penises are, so the sexuality is the component of both the lesbianism and the down with the penis, the down with the male. But is it like, let's turn all women to lesbians? No. It's more of, whatever she can say is going to bring her some stability, right? Because she's thought about this, right? She's thought about this. We know she's thought about this because notice, and I mean, I haven't seen a lot of her videos. I really haven't seen anything beyond what Taz and Nyla have shown on their channels. So I don't know how far she's gone into quote unquote research things. We've seen she pulled out the bonobos, right? She pulled out the bonobos. We laugh when we call them bonobos. But that was something different from like, say, like the Moynihan report or the welfare and men, it's that point with the bonobos was her saying, aha, look, I'm different because this is the argument that I'm bringing is different from all the other arguments in the past. There was she made sure she selected that for a reason, right? There's an intellectual component to this to try and set her apart, right, from previous Black women. I'm freeing Black women, I'm freeing women, whatever. Okay. Is it primarily turn everyone to lesbians? No. But I think the main focus is the dehumanization of males, male energy, and that penises and sex with men is evil. So is it like straight up lesbianism? But no, it's like the other option that's left if you're not going to deal with men. But is it like she wrote down her agenda and like, yeah, we finna all be lesbians? No. No. But yeah, there is definitely a sexual component to it because she understands that the conversation, especially over the past, 3 to 5 years, is men use women, they pump and dump. Remember, pump and dump was a phrase, right? 2-3 years ago. He just pump and dump you, right? He just wants you for this sexualization, fetishization, colorization, all those things revolve themselves around the relationship and intimacy component, right? That's been a lot of the conversation, right? Choosing a better mate, choosing, all those things. So she just bringing the next evolution of something. She's just bringing the next evolution of it. But it's not like she just wrote it down and was just like, yeah, we're going to all be lesbians. No, she didn't do that. Okay, so let's see. She has a good question right here. Okay, so for right now, no more questions. If I want to get through, I know I'm still like back in the questions. So right now, no more questions, everyone. I need to catch up on these. Okay, so this question is: are trans women included in their movement? Let's find out. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to this one, and I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna say no. No. Once again, like I said, the energetics of things, taking down the maleness, the trauma bonding. We got the devil right here. I don't want to say that trans women are included in the movement. No, I would say no. I think this is a very, very quote unquote woman oriented XX chromosome movement. No, I don't see anything trans. I don't see any of my cards that come up when I'm talking about trans or trans people. I don't see any of those. So I would say no. Kevin said he didn't like how the cards are misshuffling. Sometimes the energetics of things, the cards gonna do what they're gonna do. Please hit the like button. Okay, so remember there are no more questions because I got some more questions. Yeah, they're dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. And that's yeah. That's I'm not gonna say that it won't ever happen, but for things to be like there's patriarchy and then there's what's supposed to be balanced and equitable, right? Based on who we are as men and women, as humans. But the fact that, they out here mammying and doing this, that, and the third, you're never going to. And then when I say they, I'm talking about women as a whole, right? And women as a whole not understanding the game that's being ran. If you understand the game, but they're leading by emotion. You're supposed to learn how to take stuff down from the inside, but I digress. Okay. So is Princella helping to usher in the hypersexual Black woman image for her benefits? And are the bonobos going along with it to be seen as desirable sexually? The sexy red and Sukiana. Let's see. Let's see these have. Let's see. And let me check and make sure Mr. Hulu ain't sent me no message or anything. He didn't send me a message. Hold on. Let me text Mr. Hulu real quick. Don't trust. Yeah, I'm going to have to call him. Bye. All right. So Mr. Hulu is on his way home from his work trip. So I will not be here much longer because I still have some other things to do before he gets home. Okay. Is Princella helping to usher in the hypersexual Black woman image for her benefit? Okay. Let's start there. For her benefit. Oh my goodness. One again here. Okay. No, it's not about no. So the answer to that part is no. Is she helping to usher in hypersexual Black woman image for her benefit? No. The focus is the energetics behind it is taking down patriarchy, men are evil, this, that, and the third. And the trauma bond that goes with that, right? She understands how this is the trauma bond section right here, right? We have the trauma bond section. So we have again this Three of Swords trauma bond section. We have this King of Cups in reverse here, right? Male nature not doing what it's supposed to do when it comes to emotions and love and things like that. And then we have the Lovers here, right? So this isn't necessarily about lovers and relationships, right? And people who are in my tarot class understand that the Lovers is, planetarily speaking, backed by Gemini. It's interpersonal relationships, right? She understands the whole trauma bonding, the interpersonal relationships between men and women, and that's part of her message, right? It's part of her message, because notice all these people who say these things, the first thing they're talking about is, well, men ain't no good, and your pH balance is off because he dirty, and marriage is in a divorce, and all these different things. They're working on the interpersonal relationships and the failings of those in between men and women, right? For some men and women, they don't talk about relationships and things like that who are successful, because of Nyla or I go up on there and say, hey, we're in good relationships, healthy relationships. Those, they've protected, provided for us, things like that. They don't want to hear it, right? It's always negative, 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 negative. So, but no, she's not working on the hypersexualization of that for her benefit. The main focus is men are bad. We're trying to tear down the patriarchy. That's it. So, okay. Now, are the bonobos going along with it to be seen as desirable sexually? Okay, so I'm going to give this probably about another 20 minutes, and then I'm going to get off of here because have other things to do before Mr. Hulu gets home, even though he's driving through California right now. But yeah. Are the bonobos going along with it to be seen as desirable sexually? Oh, and we'll just have a bunch of cards. So let's just do this. And set this one here. Let me just start flipping some stuff over. No. This isn't about being desired sexually for the bonobos. It's not. And there are some who are out here truly wrestling with this whole men are evil, die, be lesbian, component that's part of it. But no, I don't see that, Donna. I see that for many, they're seeing it as a new path, a new way of life for them, right? Because the other messages of, choose better and coming to find out that white men and other men of other races can be dusty too. It was just like, oh, black men are terrible. Let's move on to other races of men. Now they're finding out that, okay, so other races of men are dusties, abandon their children, ain't shit, things. So now this is a new evolution to the conversation. This is a new path of, okay, going along with it. Like, okay, so maybe we should really just, the whole thing when you hear decenter men, right? Maybe we should just decenter men too. But there are some who are not fully going along with the, okay, lesbian part, But as far to be sexually desired, no. This is about a movement, a new path for them. Yep, they are living in delusion and denial. She said, this is wild. They're really disgusting. Right. A woman that's truly heterosexual is not going to consider being a lesbian. They're not. But again, like I said, now we're in the age of, you have the LGBTQIA plus movement that's real heavy, right? Real heavy. I mean, I live in California, so enough said. We have that's real heavy. Now it's more and more acceptable for certain things, as opposed to even 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So yeah, so like I said, okay, let me try and get through the last one of these. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. Figured as much. Yep, every single time. Yep, a lot of people really need someone to lord over them, right? These are also some of the same, and you have to understand these people when you recognize them. People who need someone to lord over them. People who are afraid to start a business and work for themselves versus people who sell the just go get a job. Because when you go just go get a job, someone is lording over you, right? So even those people who are just like, oh, just go get a job, people who don't want to see your businesses grow and things like that, you have to understand the energetics of different things when you hear them. So yeah, a lot of people want someone to lord over them. That's why they can't stand when they hear something they don't like about their favorite leader, MLK or Malcolm X or what's the other one, Marcus. Like they don't want to hear that. A lot of people need a leader and can't think for themselves. A lot of people need someone to lord over them. Thank you for being here, darling. Thank you for being here, darling. Okay, like I said, no more questions. I'm really about to get out of here in probably like 10 minutes. Ooh, Andrea W. got a good ass question too. When will the bonobos stop their secret worship? Better yet, when will the collective of Black women stop the cock worship? Well, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Well, let's see. Let's see. The bonobos will stop their secret worship when someone else comes along. Yeah. When someone else comes along and when this movement starts to fail, that's when that's gonna happen. Yep. Yep. When that starts to fail and something new comes up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. When that starts to fail. And I kind of feel like right now, I kind of feel like the energy is starting to, I feel like we've answered, Spirit is saying we've answered most of the more important questions. So I kind of feel like I kind of feel it pulling back right now. So it's starting to fade out. Yeah. Girl, I ain't finna stop no cock worship. Like, I love Mr. Hoodoo. That's my boo thing. He loves me, he takes care of me, he's a man and anything like that. But shit. If Mr. Hoodoo were to die tomorrow, I ain't looking for no other man. I'll be living my best life with my family. Back in Chicago. Why do they ignore the fact that she is married? Ooh, let's see. Why do they ignore the fact that the Bonobo queen is married? Let's see. When I tell you this damn trauma bonding shit keeps coming up. Because she is their new queen. She is their new queen. They're ignoring it. One, trauma bonding. Here we have the trauma bonding again, right? They can't see past their emotional pain. They're still trauma bonding, right? And this is a new path for them. This is the new leader right here. With the new path for them, she's pouring into them, right? She's pouring into them, and they're seeing the marriage as she's doing whatever she can to try and keep some semblance of good childhood for her daughter. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know personally myself if that's true or not, but I kind of feel like for them, it's a way, they see it as a way to keep stability in her daughter's life. So yeah, she married, but she's doing it for her daughter. Like she's taking one for the team, like for her daughter. So that's kind of how they view it. But yeah, they still have trauma bonded. Love you too, Kev. You know, I hope not. Not Kevin, you know they dumb. This part. And like I know for my thumbnail, I had like the bonobos on there for the thumbnail. I literally Googled bonobos, and that was a picture of two bonobos, love and kissing. Like I didn't put that love for bonobos on there. I didn't put that. I found that picture. So, I just found a bonobo picture. But, I put it up there so people can see the absurdity of when you're willing to claim a monkey tribe, the screws are definitely loose. That's exactly why I put it up there, because something is wrong. Something is wrong. Okay, Q, why do bonobos talk about censoring men, but they choose to follow a stud like Princella who embodies masculine energy that they say they don't want? Oh, good question. Kev always comes with a question. In their mind, and this is gonna be real quick. Oh yeah, this is a quick, easy one. Okay, remember, we're talking about their terrible, terrible community. The community ain't that smart. They don't realize that she playing them for a fool because she can. They don't realize that. They don't see the trickster energy, right? All they can see is the trauma bond with the mental pain and anguish, right? But yeah, and they're still seeing it as, okay, this is a way that we can potentially take down the patriarchy. That's all that is. Oh, girl, they done. All right, I'm getting off of here at 2:45. So whatever, Oh, Renaissance woman, Sabrar, please email me. Email me. Someone put my email address in the chat so that Renaissance woman can email me because I know she wants to talk to me about something. So one of my moms put that in the chat, please. Why do bonobos and other supporters feel like it's okay to mule for patriarchy and toxic masculinity as long as it has a vagina or pretends to have one? Now, we all know these people aren't dumb. Let's see what Spirit has to say about it. Okay, so a lot of why they're doing it is because emotionally they feel like it's still the way. Because if it's a woman saying it versus a man saying it, it's okay. The logic defies me as well, right? They also feel like, in some weird way, that they are. Even though I know you asked about muling with patriarchy, the message that I'm getting from this one is that they're not necessarily muling for patriarchy. They feel like they are removing the focus from traditional nuclear families and traditional ways to live their lives, right? So they don't know what they're doing, but they feel like they are, like you hear the conversations all the time. Marriage isn't the only way. I don't want to have kids. Who say I have to have kids? And all those conversations are valid, but in their mind, as long as all this foolishness comes from a woman, even though they'll get on a man when a man says it, that they feel like this is what they feel like they're picking away at things. They feel like they're picking away at things, right? And they feel like this whole movement is going to be a new way of life for them. They really feel like that. That it's going to give them the stability, right, long term, that they truly, truly desire. Yeah. So. Oh, Nyla said she's behind about 15 minutes. My phone died. Okay. So. Okay. We're going to let this be the last question. Ooh, no. The last two questions are going to be Nyla's questions. Okay. The last two questions are going to be Nyla's questions. So I'm going to answer this question about the sexual exploitation. And then this question is going to be the last question. And then I'm going to go. So. Is there sexual exploitation or sexual manipulation going on in that community? Because it is a community, right? Let us see. Oh, I flipped that one over. Okay. I know we got some major energy here. My nails are long. Well, they're not super long, but okay. I don't know if I would say full-blown sexual exploitation. What I will say is that there are some people preying on other people in that community. Is that what the community is founded on? No. But I do feel as if there is some emotional exploitation, some emotional, because we all know, for the most part, when women are emotionally involved, say you have a boyfriend, you really like him or whatever, he can, suggest sexy time, right? And you'll probably go along with it, right? Because there is an emotional attachment. I do feel as if there are some people who can see the writing on the wall, and I feel like there are some people who understand how to use emotion for things. Is that what the community is founded on? No, but I feel like there are those who know how to get. There are those who are charismatic. There are those who know how to manipulate emotionally to um to get what they want. But it's not a founding pillar of the community. I do feel like there are women who are truly like, okay, let me try this. And then that there are women who understand that there are women who are ready to try this, who are waiting and exploiting that. Is that the founding pillar of the community? No. I feel like in the future we may hear some stories about that. And I feel like that as far as the community goes, there are some people who are really seeing it as a new way to redefine their way of living. Feeling as if finally their emotional cup is going to be full, if that makes sense. Since the idea part of this community is that men are bad. So this is going to be the last question right here. Last question. Last question. This is going to be the last. Ooh, card sliding. This is going to be the last question. And I'm going to go. Is Princella being dishonest about her past? Let's see. Is she being dishonest about her past? One more good shuffle. Is she being dishonest about her past? I don't feel like she's being completely dishonest. I feel as if she is reworking the story would be dishonest. I feel as if she has made decisions about her past and what to reveal and what not to reveal in order to, yeah, she is, in order to further her movement. Yeah. I feel like she's being dishonest with regard to her emotional assessment of things as well as her actions, right? Um, yeah, let me, yeah. Yeah. And she is turning this into something that's lucrative for her, right? Here's the thing. This is very, very similar, very, very similar to a one Miss Danae Jackson, right? Because knowing certain things for so long and you didn't, and the difference is that Miss Danae Jackson is using Christianity as her quote unquote saving grace for dealing with certain things when you knew about certain things. So there's the deception there, right? Here with Princella, yeah, this is just a different facet of that, as in not, truly revealing everything. Not saying that your life story has to be out there, but yeah, using certain things that happened to further a cause, a movement, even though that may not have been the case. And I kind of feel like the one about the $40,000 or whatever amount of money it was, I kind of feel like that's one of the things that we don't know the true story of. We just know what she said, right? Especially if that was quote unquote her husband. Again, I don't know all the facts, but yeah, absolutely. So, so yeah, everyone, like I said, that was the last question. I hope she does too, because right now, and I say this for a lot of people who are really in pain, who are really hurting, but a lot of times people don't want to say, hey, I need to do this and step away, because here's the thing about it. When there is drama, when there are energetics of, oh man, someone's getting messed up, even, we see it, right? World star hip hop, negative energetics of that, people getting beat up and, all these different things that fuels it, right? If you look at like the psychology of things, especially when it comes to social media, things that are negative, a good drill, people are attracted to that, right? They're not necessarily attracted to the healing, to the taking responsibility, to calling out the truth, right? We see that with Taz's videos when he's showing the truth about things. There'll be 50 people watching. Let it be a drill, it'll be 500 people in there, right? So we have to understand the energetics of things. And unfortunately, people who really need to heal, sometimes they're holding on to it to do what they can with it when they really need to just work on themselves and, find ways to be better. Right? She said, let them pump their own gas. I refuse. So, um, you know, yeah, it says she's a master of seduction. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like I said, we talked about it. I'm just now getting to the comments. Yeah, I feel like she understands women and understands how to finesse. Right? So yeah, let me kind of pull this up a little bit. Um, let me read this. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's the continuation of a movement in which people have gotten the bag. Yep. So yeah, pandering pays a lot, unfortunately. Yep. They are the exact same. Nyla says, I guess we will be addressing black female worship soon. I'm starting to think that worship is a toxic trait in women. It's a toxic trait in people. Women are usually more likely to join cults. We see all these cults of, because show me the cult of the woman running it with all the men servants. We don't really see that. We see that amongst women. So I wouldn't even say black women, I would say women, because all these Nexium cults and all these, the other one where now he's proclaiming himself as God, and these men are doing unspeakable things to children. That's women. Yeah, there are some men sprinkled in it. There's women. So we do need to examine that. Examine that, right? So, um, yeah. I mean, women and men are, but women and men do it for different things. I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. So, yeah. Yep. Worship takes many forms. Yep. Exactly. And this is it right here. She understands women are in pain and desperate for attention and answers. Right. And notice her cadence, right? The way she sounds like a pastor or a preacher. There, the cadence, right? If you understand numbers and music theory and things like that, there is a reason why people talk like that, right? Yeah. So, yep, I agree. So yeah. Oh, there were so many more questions. I mean, if you guys want to do like a part two, we can do a part two, but yeah, I've been on here for a little while now. So, and that was Nyla's question was the last one. Absolutely. And that's what they don't see by focusing on what they're trying to take down and saying this, that, and the third. You're actually giving energy to it. Same thing like when we say, Mr. Worm Food who passed last year, right? But every time we say his name, Kitten Heels, you're keeping that energy alive, right? And I know that we say it, in very, to explain something, but every time we say Kitten Hill's name, energetically, it's keeping it alive. It's the same thing like with your ancestors. When you keep talking about your ancestors and remembering their stories and what they did and thinking about them like that, you're keeping their energy alive, right? That's a way to connect across the realms with them. So every time people talk about something that they say that they don't want or don't like, you're keeping that energy there with you because you're giving energy to it. Like, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, so mhm. So yeah. It's just that the only thing left to worship now is dog and cats, and people do that too. It's weird. Yeah, you got some people. Oh yeah, she's scared. She don't want that smoke. And Journey with Karen said the thumbnail blew me up. But yeah, that thumbnail. If you Google bonobos and just go through the pictures, you'll see the same one there. I didn't make that picture up. It's cool to have our own tarot reader. Oh well, thank you. Thank you. I love being here with you. I truly love what I do. Yeah, I'm tired now. Yes, this is my email for those who need to email me. I know Renaissance Woman. Please email me because I know you were talking about something. Journey with Karen. You have my number. Text me so we can set something up. Yep. She going wherever they're gonna pay her, wherever she gonna get the bag. Yep. Yep. So she may not have the look, but she got the hook. If that's not finesse, I don't know what is. Yeah, absolutely. If you know what you're listening to, what you're looking at, see people who understand what they're looking at, they don't get tricked into things. And a lot of society does not realize what they're looking at psychologically or when they hear certain things or there's a reason why on popular radio when they're playing a song, you hear the same song, the new song every 3 minutes or whatever it is. You hear it all damn day. It's to get you in that's called trance, right? The way that she intonates and her cadence with her words, that is trance. Okay, that is trance. That is the spirit of air right there. Okay, that is trance, right? It's slow, it's comfortable. Like when people who are like slimy salespeople and they try to talk at you real fast or whatever to try and pull you in, we reject that. When people talk slow and enunciate their words, their body language is open, is receptive, you are more likely to be entranced by that, enthralled by that. So you have to understand the energetics of things, right? That is trance right there. That is trance. Yep. And see, I don't notice that because, like I said, I don't watch her videos. I don't really pay any attention to her, but past Nyla and Taz's channels. But if that's the case, Venus hours, absolutely. If it's true that those are Venus hours where she is, absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay. But yeah, so I'm going to get ready to go. I need to call Mr. Hoodoo back. I need to do what everything else. We have to transport things to our new apartment. I need to eat. I need to do my second workout. I have a lot of things to do. But I love you all. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you all want a part two, comment that you want a part two and we can get to some other questions and then I'll set that up. If you all want a part two, it'll probably be next week. Okay. If you want a part 2, make sure you comment under this video once it's finished uploading, and then we'll set up a part 2. But yeah, I love you all. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for new subscribers being here. Thanks for being here with me, for answering the questions. Join me tomorrow. I'm going to be live tomorrow morning because the full moon, we have the full moon in Aries. So we're going to be looking at the full moon in Aries energy, what that means for people. I'm going to try to go through all the signs. So it's going to be an all 12 zodiac sign reading tomorrow morning. I think at 9 or 9:30 my time, which is like around 12 noon or whatever. We'll see. But again, thank you all for being here. I'm going to go. Thank you, new subbies. Thank you, Playback Gang. Thank you, Nyla. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. Take it easy. I'll see you around these YouTube streets.